Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Good in Motion podcast. I am particularly excited today because we have a guest who is also a friend, and she's tuning in with us today from London. At least I think this is where you are right now because I know you travel also quite a bit. So, Priya, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Juliette, for having me. And I'm just so excited for to be here and for your podcast as well, and how you're bringing new energy and like a whole other way of podcasting to it. And I'm just excited to be part of it.
Thank you so much. So you and I, we met last year. It's almost a year ago. Also, it feels like, I don't know, a decade because so many things happened.
Yeah, for sure. I was like, was it a year ago? And yeah, so much has happened, like you said.
Yeah, so we met at this conference in Arizona called Powerhouse Women. And that was amazing because you talked on stage there for 5 minutes and you did this amazing presentation. And then we got to chat before and after. And I'm so happy that we kept chatting and connecting during that time. And I think for both of us, the past year came with a lot of changes because you took on some new challenges on your own. And we'll get to this in a bit. And myself, with this podcast, I committed to go full time starting 2025. So it's been a journey, and we've been sharing that through our WhatsApp messages and a few calls here and there. And that's a gift to be able to share the difficulties and the wins. So thank you for being here and sharing this with me.
And likewise, I just really appreciated our conversations as well. And if we bumped up against something, we were always very like transparent about it as well, which helps when you're going working on something and there's someone else there as well. So I appreciate
Yeah. Yeah. The last thing we want is just to say, oh, everything's fine, everything's so
it. We're
easy.
like, everything is not fine.
Yeah, I think it's most often this truth than the contrary. It's like, how do we navigate the
Mm,
overwhelm and the fears and the limiting belief and go to the next step?
yeah. And I think being open and honest with other people around really helps as well.
Absolutely. And yeah, I want to, like, I know what you've been up to, but my audience maybe doesn't. So can you tell us a bit more about what happened since we last met back in August last year?
Yeah. So a lot has happened.
Mm.
I think I've been on my own personal growth journey these last 12 to 18 months, I'd say. And it's sort of been deepening as I've been going through the months. And it's been interesting because see a whole other side about yourself, but also really exciting to see those parts. But I've also been sort of working on a coaching certification, which I managed to complete now. So that's all
Yes.
done. Thank you. And now I'm at the stage where I'm trying to build something with it. Like, how do I take what I learned and what I went through myself as well to sort of help others on a similar path or a similar journey? And it is like you touched on it before we hit record. It's like one step at a time, and that's what it is right now. So yeah, that's what's been going on.
This is awesome. And congratulations for
Thank you.
completing. Yeah. Do you know already exactly what you want to be doing in terms of next step with this
Mm,
certification?
Not a clue. Like when I was going through it last year, I sort of had everything in my head laid out. Like I was like, oh, I'm going to do it this way, this way, this way. I did the beta testing, the market research, like anything that you need to do or everything that they talk about when sort of starting a new venture. And then as I came into this year and just sitting with whatever was coming up or whatever I needed to work through, none of that felt like something I wanted to do with my coaching certification. So I'm sort of starting at a base level again, like what do I want to do? So I don't know fully yet what that looks like. And I'm sort of working through what that looks like by taking like really tiny baby steps to sort of
Okay.
gain that
Yeah.
clarity.
This feels good to hear because I feel I'm going through the same motions of going to a conference or maybe having a chat with a coach. and then I know exactly, I'm hyped up. I just write like a 5-year plan and I'm like, this is it. I'm just
Yeah.
going to follow it and get to my results at the end of those 5 years. And eventually 3 months later, maybe I didn't work on my mindset, or I got challenges on my pathway, and everything is a new question. It goes through the window, and it's been very interesting. And I know it's part of the process because people, just like in this conversation, are being authentic with like these doubts. And it feels good because then you know it's just normal.
It is. And curious, like what has been when you sort of notice that about yourself as well, and now you're like slowing down as and just letting it be what it is. What helped you sort of let go and allow?
Let go of having those doubts.
No, let go of that sort of fixed 5-year plan that you were working towards.
Mm. I would say that somehow I get back to it. I go through intense moments of doubts, and then I write a new plan and it feels good again. And when I compare to the one I wrote a year ago, I'm like, this is the same one. 90%, 90% or 95%, I've been writing the exact same thing. So
Yeah.
it's just funny because I got lost on the way, but eventually it was the right vision because I get
Mm.
back to it.
That's so powerful to hear. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. I'm chatting more than you are now.
I was like, sorry, this is your podcast.
No, no, that's
I
good.
keep doing that when I go out and I'm like asking questions, but I'm genuinely curious, so I
That's
apologize, but continue.
well, everybody likes to talk about themselves, so good. And usually it brings clarity.
For sure.
And I had one more question about your journey. What do you think was a catalyst in your self development journey? Is there one thing that made you take this leap of faith and
Mm,
start this new chapter?
that's a really good question. And I think there's along the journey, there's different catalysts that come up,
Mhm.
um, and different events that sort of spark curiosity to go down this rabbit hole. For this particular, I'm going to say season, or like this dish that I'm eating at the moment,
Ah,
the catalyst was getting laid off in my last job.
okay.
And that started to show me where so much of my validation was. It was in a job title, it was in a company brand, it was in the seniority level. Like I was chasing all the wrong things, and that boot out of a company showed me where it was. And that's when I started to go down this route of exploring more about that, like where else am I giving my power away? And that's where I began to learn a bit more. So that was the main catalyst for this season.
Okay. Well, probably for the better.
I say that was probably one of the best experiences that
Mm,
I needed to go through,
yeah.
to see what I got to see. It didn't
And
feel like that at the time, trust me. Uh,
yes,
but after, like, when I look back now with what I've got to see after, it was definitely like a key moment for me and my growth journey.
specifically, what resources did you start maybe reading or listening, or conferences you've been going to?
So I think I was dipping my toe in doing inner work. And when I talk about inner work, I always separate it like there's the mindset work and then there's the emotional and sort of nervous system work that happens or goes along with the whole shebang, is what I call it. And that's when I started to dip more into doing the emotional and nervous system work. And it wasn't just a full deep dive into all the practices. It was like one step at a time. Like I started off on a simple level, and then I got deeper and deeper to a level that felt comfortable for me. And that at the time was doing like somatic work. So it's a lot of like breath work and body work. And what I found is that helps me personally clear the dust, or the cobwebs, and start to see things a bit more clearly. So I worked with my nervous system coach. I don't know if that's her official title, but that's what I call her. And she helped me through like somatic practices to release like energy that I was holding on to, so then I could see deeper, like where else am I giving my power away? Or where else am I like seeking external validation. And it doesn't come at once, at least for me, it didn't. It like unravels over time.
What does that look like? Do you go, are these one-on-one sessions? Do you go physically there or
So these are one-on-one sessions. My coach is in Australia. I'm here. So we did it
you don't
virtually.
go physically there?
But emotionally we were somewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was working virtually there, and then also trying different practices. I did sound bath healing, like emotional therapy, talk therapy, healing. I don't know, it's called talk therapy, diving deeper into mindset work, and yeah, just really getting curious about like what goes on inside my head. Because I
Mhm.
was someone who would fill my time with something else to avoid sitting with what was there.
Yeah.
And when I started to slow down, it helped me see what was there.
That's so interesting because somehow I imagine that this inner work is what makes you so like calm, and you have a very soothing voice and a calm energy that feels comfortable. And
Thank you.
I wonder if this was always you or if you changed. Did you get any feedback before and after that somatic work or even that switch in your season that people told you, oh, you feel different or you talk different? Did you have that type of feedback?
Not yet. I think I feel it internally, but I
Mhm.
don't think it's translated externally yet. I'm not always a calm person. I do get very nervous, very anxious, very I do feel other emotions as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not always like a calm person. But yeah, I think sometimes it starts internally before it's seen externally. But
Mhm.
I feel different in terms of how I show up. And I'm still in it. Like I'm still like navigating stuff. Like I still need to cry and like just sit in my pity party before I can do anything. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I believe it. I don't think it ever stops.
Yeah, I was like, wait, does it stop? And they're like, no, it's an ongoing journey. Like you're on the
Yeah.
journey now forever. It's a road that never ends. But I think you just get a more comfortable seat in the ride, I
Yeah,
guess.
I think we can recognize that it's normal. We can put names on it instead of fighting it. Yeah, we recognize it, we welcome it, and it helps go faster over it, maybe. Just like
Yeah, that
I guess meditation, you're not supposed to just stop think like I don't meditate that much, but from what I know, you're not supposed to like stop all the thoughts, but to see them go through your mind and just keep going. So it must be the same way with
yeah.
emotions. Yeah.
There was someone I had her on the podcast once, Chrissy May, and I've heard a lot of people talk about it as well. Is like it's not that you don't go through like harsh emotions or hard situations, but it's just your bounce back rate is faster. So you'll
Mhm.
feel it and then you can come back a lot faster. Like rather than ruminating in something for 5 days, it'll probably take like an hour and you'll be back in business. So yeah, like you said, you get through it faster.
Mhm. It feels good to have this knowledge. I feel wiser just having these experiences and
Yeah.
recognizing them. So there's something that's been on my mind for maybe quite some time, maybe over a year. It's this concept of a balanced life.
Mm.
And the more I talk about it, I don't know, some people call it living an harmonious life. Other people say there's no such thing as a balanced life. So at the end of the day, I think we all look for the same thing, but maybe the vocabulary around it is different. So I'm curious if one, a balanced life is something you're striving for, and two, what does a balanced life means to you?
That's a really good question. Um, when they have to pause and think.
Mhm.
So, what
Okay.
does a balanced life mean for me? I don't know. I'm still figuring that out, if I'm being honest. And you hear it, like you said, like people use different vocabulary to describe it. So some say balance, some say like an integrated life, some say like a happy or peaceful or joyful life. I'm still figuring out how I want to define it because I'm sometimes it's easy for me to get caught up in like, oh, you can't call it a balanced life because that doesn't exist. Call it a work life integration kind of thing. So for me, I'm still figuring that out, but I feel like it's something which feels in flow for me on the inside. Yeah, I think it feels in flow on the inside, but I don't know what it means exactly.
I like
And
this
then
word.
I just learned about it. Now I use it everywhere. And then in terms of am I striving for a balanced life? Because I'm striving for that flowy life.
Hmm.
And that's not saying it's always going to be good or it's always going to be bad, but it's just this, it's like a dance on the inside.
I love
Um,
that.
so yeah.
A tango.
Ooh, a tango. But like a flowy tango, tangos are kind of stiff. We need a bit of flow in there. Uh, so yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it means to me, and I am striving for something, but I don't know what it is yet. And it's not something external, it's this feeling that I'm striving for, and I don't know what it is yet.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for your honesty. I could put some numbers in terms of percentage of what a balanced life means to me, but actually, I don't have a straight answer. I'm still figuring it out. And I think it's in constant movement as well. It doesn't mean the same thing 1 month and then the next. So I have actually a good exercise, and you're going to be the first one to test it out.
I'm
And
excited.
when it comes to a balanced life, I've always returned to the wheel of life, which is something I've learned during a Tony Robbins conference, which is it's not from him, it's been used by someone else. I forgot the original source. This wheel of life has 7 categories. So there is physical body, emotions and meaning, relationships, time, work, career, mission altogether, finances, and celebrate and contribute. The concept is that all of these categories, just like the wheel of a car, we want ideally to be like to spend maybe not the same time, but maybe the same energy in a bit of all of these categories. So it's been a tool that I refer back to see where I'm at. And I created a spin the wheel exercise that we're going to both do alternated. And depending on where it stops, I'll have a specific question to this category.
I'm so excited.
Okay, so I'll have to spin it for you. I really apologize. Someday I will invite you to a physical location where you can spin a real wheel.
You're good, you're good. Spin
Okay,
well though, spin well.
okay, I'll do that. So, okay, that's a big one. We have
Okay,
work, career, mission.
cool.
Okay, so a related question to this is how do you define success for yourself today?
Ooh, this is such a good one because it's something that I've been thinking about because I hadn't defined it for myself. And what I define success as today is this it's twofold. It's doing something authentically and joy, like feeling joy. Like could be doing anything. If I feel that joy, I'm like, yes, I've succeeded at this. So it's more an internal thing than striving for something external.
Yeah, it's a feeling.
Mm.
This is great. At the end of the day, it's all that we're about. Okay.
Wait,
Um,
wait, wait. How do you define success? We're both answering these.
oh, okay, okay. I was going to just spin the wheel for another question, but I can do that too. How do you define success for yourselves today? I guess I go back to this concept of balance somehow, and moving my body is an important one, and feeling productive. So if I somehow eat healthy and move my body and created something and spend time with my husband or friends, which is a lot of it's like a to-do list. I don't really like that it's like checked mark thing, but this is how I feel successful because these buckets are important to me. So when I feel that I have time to do a bit of everything, this is when I'm like, oh, it's going well. I'm making progress in my health, or like I create stability by going to the gym and eating healthy. I spend good time with my relationships, and I'm making progress to work my career. So at the end of the day, it's a feeling as well. It's, do I
Okay.
feel good about myself? Yeah.
Oh, thanks for sharing.
Okay, I'll spin it another time. Let's go.
Oh.
It's a good transition. I was just talking about it.
Yeah.
What's a small habit that has made a big difference for your physical health?
I think daily walks.
What's
How
your
about
practice around it? Do you have a specific time when you go on walks? How long do you walk? Podcast in or out? I want to know
so
everything.
all the deets, all the deets. So it's silent walk. And it's there's a little like riverside and it ends up in this like big park by where I live. So that's the walk. I don't know how long it is. It's about 30 minutes or 40 minutes. And I just walk and come back and it just clears my mind. But I noticed how it then helps in like other areas, like just building that walking habit. It helps me show up better when I'm working out or when I'm playing tennis. Like it's like a subtle stamina contributor that I didn't realize I needed.
A stamina, like it gets you, it gives you energy.
Yeah, like helps me go longer. Like I was boxing with my coach one, my trainer once, and she's like, "Do you go for walks?" And I was like, "This at the time I wasn't going for walks daily," and I was like, "No." And then she's like, "You should try that because it'll help you like build up your stamina and have like be able to go a bit longer." And I was like, "Wait, walking and cardio?" And she's like, "Yeah." So that's since then I've been doing that.
And so, what speed are we talking about here?
Don't worry, I'm not power walking.
Okay.
Although I do respect power walkers more because of the style of the walk. I
Yeah.
always find it quite amusing. But no, it's just a normal paced walk. Like I can still have a decent conversation without
Okay.
getting breathless, out of breath.
And you found that even walking with a regular pace helped with your stamina?
Yeah, like because
Okay.
it's just like I don't know what it is. I'm not even gonna try to explain it. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
found.
that's awesome. Yeah. I mean, I've often heard that, I guess, a healthy way to add cardio to avoid having that body impact that's bad for our knees or,
Mm,
for future us is actually to walk. So it has many benefits. That's awesome. I'm glad you're doing this because it's something I do
thank you.
too.
I
So
am
I feel
too.
validated.
And I do too after what you shared about the low impact. So yeah.
Mhm. So, okay, I don't use it as often as I would like, but I purchased a while ago a weighted vest. Is that something you've ever tried?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I mean, the layers we have to wear in England to go for a walk is enough of a weight, but no, I haven't. I'm joking. I haven't tried
That's a good point.
but I've seen a lot of people do the weighted vest walks,
Mhm.
but I haven't tried it myself.
Okay.
Have you
Okay.
noticed a difference?
I only use it these days on the treadmill.
Okay.
So yeah, when I get used to walking on my incline on the treadmill, then I'm like, okay, it's time to put the weighted vest on, and then it becomes more challenging. Yes.
Oh, that's where we level up. Incline and weighted vest.
Yeah, but then I really, in that case, I really use it more like a workout rather than to clear my
Mm,
mind.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And to answer the question myself, what's a small habit that has made a big difference for your physical health? Ah, there's so many, but eating more proteins,
Mm.
because I found that I just love anything sweet. I can't do anything about it. It's just there. And so when I go off the meal plan and just go wild on the sweets, I found that it's good that I've been focusing on having my proteins every day because it kind of keep me well full. So it avoids me
Mm.
from, eating more sugar or things like that. And at the end of the day, I can see on my body that I stay fit with the muscles because I do strength training. So yeah, I feel good about the protein intake.
I like that.
Okay, we'll spin it one more time.
Cool. I love this concept, by the way. It's really
Oh,
fun.
cool. Awesome. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, there's a theme today, physical body.
Works out well for the podcast.
How do you know when your body is asking for rest versus movement?
That's something I'm trying to figure out. Because there's moments where I'm like, no, I don't want to go to that gym class. But then I'm like, am I just like making excuses or do I want rest? So I'm still figuring that out.
I love that. I feel the same way. Yeah, it's like, is my body sore today and should I push through and stick to my schedule? Or does that mean I could just sleep in?
Or take a nap.
Yeah. And what do you do most often?
I really have a conversation with myself. Am I going to feel good at the end of this workout? Yes. So then I go.
Wow. Okay.
But if I know I'm really exhausted and I'm not gonna feel good, then I'm like, I'll let you off. But I substitute it for like a softer workout.
That's really good.
And then the third one is I just don't do anything. But it's not a consistent decision-making tool. Many times I lose the battle,
Mm.
but we're figuring that out.
And when you're having this conversation, like, do you work out in the morning or in the evening or else?
It'll either be in the morning or in like the afternoon, like my lunch break.
Okay. So does that mean you're in bed thinking, how do I wake up and
Yes.
go?
Like I decide the night before like I'm gonna go
Mm.
and then when I wake up I'm like, oh. And then I go through this other conversation where it's like, but I committed to going and if I don't go then I'm breaking a promise to myself. And then that's a whole other conversation.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's just a lot of conversations that happen in my head.
I love that. I love that because I feel the same way. And
I'm glad.
I'm happy we're talking about this. You know what? I go through a list often.
Yeah.
And the list is pretty short. It's like I'm in bed and the alarm rings. I think there are just two key points. It's how does my body feel? So
Mm.
sometimes it's rare. My body hurts because I'm sore and it's like really next level. So I take this into consideration. But the big needle moving element is how much did I sleep?
Mm.
And if I slept, for some reasons, I went to bed really late and I slept only 6 hours, and I have a big day coming up, then usually I'm like, okay, I'm going to sleep in. But if I know I've been eating well, I've been sleeping well, and it's just me not wanting to go, then usually I'm like, okay, technically looking at all of this, you're good. Like you have all the elements in place to go work out. So just go work out.
You know, I'm gonna adopt your list because it sounds much simpler to work through than my like very
Conversation.
complex conversations. And I just amaze myself with some of the reasons that come up. But yeah, you should channel that creativity elsewhere.
Do you make deals with yourself, like in terms of, okay, so if you go to the gym today, I know it's really difficult, you can have pizza tonight or something like that?
I don't do it that way, I do it the other way. So if I don't go, then you have to go and like for a longer walk kind of thing.
Yes.
So I make like a substitute or sub-level offer
Mhm.
to myself.
I,
Which I don't know if it's good or bad, but yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it.
I love that. I think it's more balanced in that way. Like, I don't think you should deserve food, you know? I feel it's maybe something I've heard that could be toxic, that you don't work out to afford ice cream. But what I like about your approach is that you're replacing maybe not doing this workout by doing another workout
Yeah.
or like movement.
Like some sort of movement.
Yeah. Well, thank you for testing the spin the wheel game with
I
me.
loved it. So I'm so glad we did it.
Okay, well, I have another one for you, the last one of this conversation today, which is a bit sillier, maybe. There's a bit of seriousness in it, but don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
It's a would you rather, and the idea is just to go fast,
Okay.
even if you change your mind after. But
You can't change your mind.
would you rather work 4 10 hours days with a 3 day weekend or work 6 shorter days with a 1 day weekend?
The first one.
Okay. Would you rather have perfect sleep but no time for workouts, or a great workout routine but inconsistent sleep?
Oh, that's a hard one. This is where my negotiator comes in from the morning. I know it's supposed to be rapid fire, and this is far from rapid fire. That was a hard one, and I love it.
It's either sleep or workout, really.
Let's go sleep.
Okay. Would you rather meditate for 30 minutes every day or do a 30-minute intense workout every day?
Can I do both?
Yeah.
um, meditate.
Would you rather eat super clean all week but have no social meals with friends or family, or eat freely whatever you want but you never know your macro?
The second one. I don't even know my macros now.
Okay.
That was the easiest question. I love it.
Would you rather take an hour long bath with no fun or have an extra hour of sleep but wake up immediately to work?
Oh, the hour-long bath sounds really nice.
Would you rather have a strict daily routine with no surprises, always the same thing every day, or complete freedom but constant unpredictability?
The second one, more freedom, a complete freedom and the consistency and predictability.
Would you rather give up social media for a month or give up caffeine for a month?
I think I can do without both. I give up social media.
Okay. Would you rather have a personal masseuse on call or a personal chef making healthy meals for you?
Oh, if you know me, you know I like food, so I'm going personal chef.
I would go the same. Yes, I don't do massage much, but meals
Yeah,
anytime.
anytime. Wow, that was a genius one.
Would you
I'm
rather
beaming.
do an ice bath every morning or never drink caffeine again?
Oh, I know they're hard, but so if I do the ice bath, I can keep the caffeine.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'll just keep the coffee. I don't need to go through the struggle.
And the last one, would you rather feel mentally clear but physically exhausted or physically energized but mentally foggy?
Ooh, that's another tricky one. I think the second. No, no. Oh no, this is a tricky one. Can I make like extend the scenario? Like if I keep being physically energetic, it'll feed into my mental clarity.
Eventually, I give you it. I give you that. Yeah.
Like I'm just like breaking the rules and making my own. I'll go with the second one then.
Okay, sounds good. Awesome. I think we both learned something more about you and your preference. I would I would totally go with the personal chef as well. It's
That
yeah.
was like my favorite, like hands down. And if that was the option in all of them, that would be my response to all of them.
Yeah, and for the ice bath, yeah, I feel coffee is one of these addiction that's considered healthy still, as long as you don't drink 7 cups a day. I
Oh
stopped
yeah,
to
yeah,
2 cups a day, but I feel it's the only addiction that's somewhat welcomed on a healthy journey. So I need to keep it. I can't get rid of it.
for sure.
You agree? Are you a coffee drinker?
So I thought I was a cool coffee drinker, but I drink like mochas, which is with the chocolate, or mochas as they call it in the US, and that's like a baby coffee. And I was like, wow, okay. But I'm not an intense coffee drink. I'll drink like 1 cup here and there, not every day. I used to drink a cup of coffee every day, but now it's here and there.
Okay.
So then why would I sacrifice having to take an ice bath every day when I don't even drink coffee every day, you know? So that
Yeah.
was the logic in my head.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever done this, an ice bath?
No, I haven't, but it's something I want to try. Like I know
Okay.
it's really intense and
Mhm.
yeah, I just really want to try it.
Well, I hope you get the opportunity to do that. Well, we reached the end of this conversation, but before we, say our goodbyes, I would like to leave the floor, not forever, just for today.
It sounded like a very like intense moment, but yeah, sorry, go on.
Yes, yes, just temporarily. I want to leave the floor to you to share what you're up to, where people, not just where people can learn more about what you do, but also anything really you want to share about what's going on, even in your career. I know you hosted a workshop recently, so maybe I don't know if it's there's another one coming up. So whatever you want to share, this is for your time to shine.
Thank you. And that is so special. So thank you. So I think in terms of workshops and master classes, I am looking to host more to sort of build that muscle as well and just connect with people and hear what they're going, like what they're working on. So I will be sharing more on that, and a place you can connect with me and find out more about that is on Instagram. So I have my personal Instagram, which is Priya underscore P08. And then there's the Instagram for my podcast, which is I wish I knew that earlier underscore. And I share updates about things coming up on there as well. So yeah,
Yes, please, everyone, go listen to Priya's podcast because
Juliette was a guest and it was really fun having her on as
yes,
well.
I was on there a couple of, I mean, it's been a while now. You've been very good at being consistent and bringing amazing guests. So, congratulations on this.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll chat soon, but for now, I will leave you all, the Good in Motion podcast listeners. Have a wonderful day.